Paul Rackman. I'm one of the founding filmmakers of the Slamdance Film Festival, and I'm really, really thankful and pleased to welcome Ted Hope here for Coffee with Ted Hope.
I came out of line producing and physical production, so it was very hard in the beginning for people to see me as a creative producer, and that took a little bit of time along the way. I had started in horror films, right? And I couldn't get out of horror films, so I worked really hard to get into art films. Once I got stuck in art films, I couldn't get out of art films to get back into the other stuff. And that was always a challenge. You know, I'm going to grow by working with different people on different budgets at different stages of the career, and always trying to work at some level where, frankly, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I want to keep that as part of the process. And I think that still remains a good model for directors and producers. You know, you want to say to yourself, I'm going to be making movies, I'm going to be a creative, generative person forever, right? I'm going to keep making stuff. I may love working with you, but it may be good for me to leave for a little while and come back. I think that when you look at a long-term relationship, a collaborative relationship with somebody, it's often similar to what I think you should be looking at when you're moving from your first film to your second film, which is probably your fifth film. That's what you should be looking at. You should be looking and saying, what is it that I need to learn? How do I improve my arsenal, you know, along the way, my skill set, and how can this help towards that? So as I do my second film, I'm thinking of the fifth film. It's going to have big action scenes in it. It's going to have all these things. So I want to start to test that out, because what I'm always trying to do is help people from the outside connect the dots between where I am today and where I want to be tomorrow. How do you know that you will work well with somebody else? You need to develop that common language. You need to be able to express what you love, why you love it. I'm always amazed at how few filmmakers, and it frankly took me a long time to do it, so don't feel guilty about doing it if you haven't, have actually tried to define what you love about cinema. What is it that for you separates mediocrity from magnificent? And I started to write it all down, that list of all the things I love about film that makes a movie better. By the time I finished, I had 32 things. Bach had 32 variations, right, to get to magnificent. Beethoven found 33. I thought that was kind of neat, you know, that was still the same sort of number. I do probably think I now can add 4 more things to that list, but it won't have that, won't fit in the story as well, so I haven't done it yet. But like that, trying to help you understand what it is that you think makes a film pop. And the reason it's been so good for me since I've done that, you know, which was only 10 years ago, so kind of like halfway through. So don't make that mistake, get started at it much sooner. The reason it was so useful to me is like when I'm struggling in script development and I can't figure out like, why is this just not working? Sometimes it's not obvious. I looked back at that almost as a mantra. When I'm on a set and I'm kind of feeling like this isn't working for some reason, I try to think through what that bullet list is. I keep it as a notepad on my phone so I can look at it. Same thing when I'm in post and when I watch a movie, you know. It's that sort of like first step that helps you articulate what you're trying to do with the film that you're trying to make, doing what we really love.
We're going to end it there. I know Ted wants a lot more Twitter followers. And Hope for Film, you know, just go to the blog and go backwards.